Y'all, when I tell y'all this movie is like none other, believe me, because this film left me speechless. And if you want to find out why, come with me and let's hop into this recap. Okay, so boom, the movie opens up with the narration from Oliver, basically fighting his intrusive thoughts about whether he's in love with his friend Felix or not. Spoiler alert, he is. Now the actual story begins at university, and it's obvious that Oliver is a bit of an outcast. Hell, he barely even fits in with the awkward students. But he seemingly finds a friend when he spots a guy who's stranded because his bike caught a flat tire. He offers his own bike to the guy, and the dude is so gracious about it that he thanks him and tells him that his name is Felix. He kisses him and rides off in the sunset and leaves Oliver with his raggedy ass bike to pick up. Now Oliver, boy, why you playing yourself like that? You played yourself. While out at a bar with his friend Michael, Oliver is spotted by Felix, who asks him to come over. Oliver leaves his friend Michael and goes over to do what all wild college students do: have a chug contest. In the middle of the contest, Oliver goes to purchase another round, but is out of luck because he doesn't have the funds. Luckily, Felix notices that and hands him over some money.
You drop this on the floor by your feet. I was gonna nick it, but I thought I'd do the right thing.
So maybe Felix is actually a cool person and not a scammer. We get a montage of Oliver and Felix forming a bond with each other. We then see Oliver walking through the library when he is spotted by his ex-friend Michael. Michael tells him that he looks different since he's been hanging around Felix, and that Felix will get bored of him soon. Later, Oliver goes out and has a drunken night at the bar. When he wakes up the next morning, he receives news that his dad cracked his head on the pavement and died, and he clearly isn't taking it well. But he sucks in all of his emotions, and him and Felix head to a ball at their university. But before they can enter, Felix gives him with a stone that he could use to throw to a lake and make a wish. But he misses the lake completely, and this wasn't good at all.
Well, that can't be good.
Oh. Fuck.
In fact, this was a sign, but we gotta keep watching to find out what the sign was. Oliver and Felix are chilling after the ball when Oliver explains to Felix that he doesn't want to go home. So Felix comes up with the idea that Oliver goes home with him to Saltburn. So he does. And boy, Felix's family is rich, like what the fuck? And of course, they're a bunch of rich weirdos and also a bunch of nice, nasty type of people. Well, now Oliver is out back with Felix's sister, Vernicia. They're chopping it up when she says this.
I think I like you even more than last year's one.
Boy, I would have been like, what you mean last year's one? Is Felix just out here spotting random boys and moving them into his parents' house and telling them that they're going to Saltburn, but in reality, they're going to Pound Town? Interesting.
Yup.
We get another montage of Oliver getting familiar with the family. He seems to be really enjoying them. It's now late at night and Oliver is going to the bathroom when he sees Felix pleasing himself. Oliver is clearly enjoying the show, so much so that when Felix leaves, Oliver goes to the tub and starts drinking this man bathwater.
Baby, I drank your bathwater. And I'm thirsty.
Now, I don't know what's in Felix's bathwater, but it got Oliver tripping because he goes up to Vernicia and basically starts harassing this girl and doing other intimate things that I don't know if I can say on here. Felix's pal, Farley, spots them and tells Felix, who gets mad at Oliver for a little bit. But Oliver lies and tells him that he was trying to comfort her. Oh, he was trying to comfort her, all right. So now everyone's at the dinner party. And tell me why somebody uncle done pulled out the karaoke machine and they have a whole Taco Tuesday night.
Shawty had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Just a mess. Farley insists that Oliver goes up, and while performing, some lyrics pop up on the screen that Oliver isn't too fond of. So he calls over Farley to take his place and leaves out. Later that night, a frustrated Oliver goes to a mirror and breaks it. After that, he goes to Farley's room, and I can't say exactly what happened, but just know it's for grown folks.
This movie is good.
It's now the next day, and Felix and Venetia over here, Farley getting in trouble. Venetia says that they found out that he was trying to sell some expensive plates in the house, and now he's getting kicked out. And something tells me that there's more to this story, but I digress. Some time passes and Felix tells Oliver to dress up because he's taking him somewhere. It turns out that Felix talked to Oliver's mom and he wants to take him to her. And Oliver is not happy about this one bit. And the reason why is because we find out that he was lying about his dad being dead.
Your father's in the garden.
His father?
He's been pacing round all morning. He's so excited.
That man is alive and well with Oliver old lying ass. It also turns out that Oliver had siblings after he told Felix that he was the only child. After they leave Oliver's parents' house, a very pissed off Felix tells Oliver that after his upcoming party is over, that he gotta pack his bags and get on about his parents' house. It's now the night of the party and Farley pops up and he knows that Oliver has something to do with him getting put out and says this.
It's my house. Whatever happens, I always come back. Try harder next time, baby.
Boy. Later on, Oliver finds Felix and tries to apologize to him, but the damage has already been done, and Felix doesn't want to hear it, so Oliver leaves. But all hell breaks loose the next morning after Oliver wakes up. He hears a bunch of commotion. He rushes outside with everyone else where they find Felix's dead body. But that isn't even the crazy part. The crazy part is how they act. Besides Venetia, everyone at first seems kind of nonchalant and almost in denial that he's dead. They just start acting strange. And Farley gets put out again. Like, I don't even know how he crept back in the house. It's now the day of the funeral, and Oliver is taking it the hardest. Literally hard, because he goes to Pound Town on Felix's grave spot.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Well, after Oliver is done handling his business, he goes to talk to Venetia, who's taking the loss of Felix hard. She really cared about her brother Felix and couldn't see life without him. So much so that the next scene, we find out that she took her own life. This family must be cursed or something, because what the fuck is going on? Their father James requests that Oliver leaves, but Oliver tries to plead with him to let him stay. So the father writes him a check and sends Oliver on his way. We do a short time jump and we see Oliver meeting with Felix and Venetia's mom, Elspeth, and we find out that the father James has passed away. Boy, this family worse than the Kennedys. They be dying left and right. And it don't even stop there, because in the next scene, we find out that the mom Elspeth is on her deathbed from an accident. But it turns out that none of these deaths were an accident. They were actually all done by Oliver. From Felix's flat tire in the beginning to the fake emails from Farley, it was all Oliver. We find out that he was the culprit to everything.
Ooh, look what that money make a bitch do.
The movie ends with Oliver doing a whole butt booty ass naked dance throughout the house.
It's getting weird.
Saltburn was a crazy ass movie, and I didn't expect that ending. I was so sure that Felix and his family were just a typical crazy rich serial killer family. But no, they were just rich and naive, and I was completely shocked. Like, what? Oliver was obviously dealing with some self-hatred, and he figured that the best way for him to have a better life was to completely destroy the lives of others. That man was on one. My mouth's still on the floor. Before I leave, I want to give out an award, and this award is for Best WTF Moment, and it without a doubt goes to the montage of finding out that Oliver is the menace of all menaces. And that's my recap of Saltburn. And if you made it to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.